From the Crush Studio in sunny Florida, this is the Disney Crush Podcast. And now your two tempests in a teacup, Dave and Tony Ann.
Is it true what they say, nothing in life is free? Is there anything free at Disney? What you think you're getting for free may not be free at all. Stay tuned to find out what is actually free at Walt Disney World. Episode 397. Nothing in life is free, Tony, and we're going to talk about that here shortly because a lot of people, what they think is free, maybe not be so free.
Is it really free?
Exactly. Yeah. And hey, welcome back. It's so good to have you back in the Crush Studio. Thank you, Veronica, for filling in, and we had a great time. But we did miss you, and we're glad you look great, by the way. I have to tell you. You look awesome.
I don't feel great, but
I know, but I can't feel what you feel, but you look good.
I know. Thank you.
Yeah, we missed you.
I went out in public today, so I had to take a shower and put on clothes and all that.
Oh, snap. I know. When you're home for a while and you don't wear, you just walk around like whatever, because your son's off, and Michael, he probably doesn't care because he walks around naked all the time anyway. Now you got to really, I got to go in public. Did you go out in pajamas? Let me ask you that. I know you didn't go to Walmart.
No, I did not go to Walmart. The only store I've been to since I've been home from the hospital is Dollar Tree, because I promised Michael. Rich dropped us at the front door, and I pushed a cart for support because I still get a little dizzy.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
And it was a quick in and out of Dollar Tree for Michael. That's the only store I've been to. All the other groceries and everything have been delivered, or Rich went to the store, but this has nothing to do with Disney. I got into a discussion with some people because Kroger announced that they're closing stores around the country. And I was telling people in the comments about their business model in Florida. They don't have any stores in Florida. They have a huge distribution center in the middle of the state. I think it's the size of several IKEAs. It's the size of, I don't know if it was 4 or 7, because I read an article. It was the size of several IKEAs. And it's in Groveland, which is right in the middle of the state. It's where crispy fried chicken is that Rich likes, in Groveland. And then they just have these trucks, these refrigerated trucks that have Kroger in big letters on the side of them, the beautiful blue sparkling trucks, refrigerated, and they just dispatch them all over the state like Willy Wonka every day. And it's true. And they don't have any stores. The groceries in the distribution center are picked by robots, and then they're checked by humans before they go out. But the robots go out to the other side of the IKEA and get it.
That's crazy.
And then so that's their business model here. They have no storefronts. They have minimal real estate, minimal utilities, minimal property taxes, and then they have the fleet of trucks that go out all over the state. But I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
Well, I don't know. I mean, for a business model, it's not about no brick and mortar. You don't have to have a manager at every single store, assistant managers. Right, so the salaries are probably low. Yeah, I mean, the employees.
So that's what they've done in Florida. And I heard they were getting ready to do it up north, like in the mid-Atlantic states. But I don't know.
Oh.
I don't know. It's there's some things though you can't, like fresh deli meat. You can't. I mean, you still got to go to Publix for that.
Yeah, I'm sure there's some things they just don't do, but for the bulk of stuff. Yeah.
Right. Whatever.
Well, thank you for that.
But that's what I mean. I just think it's an interesting business. I don't know if it's good or bad. I mean, because jobs, it's not really creating. But there's a lot of drivers. Because I'm sure in town you've seen these Kroger trucks driving around.
Oh, absolutely.
Everywhere. I see them everywhere I go.
Everywhere. Yeah, and Groveland is, we go through there to get to Disney, and it's just a little town in the middle of.
Yeah. It is. It's a one stoplight town.
Yeah,
it really
it's
is.
a very small town. So that's probably a major part of their.
It's a boon to their economy.
Yeah, their economy in that town. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So that town might blow up. I don't know because
and there are humans in the distribution center because they have humans check the orders to make sure that the robots. I don't see if it's the size of 7 IKEAs. I can't see. They'd have to be on segways if people did it.
Well, everything's going to AI now.
There's human oversight. Yeah.
Everything's going to AI. I'm not David. I'm actually AI. You're talking to an AI.
Oh, are you?
Yeah,
Are you?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Cool. That's why you don't have your picture on. Yep.
Yeah.
So Dave mentioned that I've been gone for a few weeks, and some people have reached out to me, and I've been very private about it. I'm okay. I had a really big health scare while we were on the road to see Dominic graduate. I did not get to see him graduate. That's the biggest tragedy of everything, is that I missed his Navy graduation. But I went up in the hospital. I went up in Tennessee, in Nashville. I spent a week in Nashville, and I have no memory of it. And I'm glad that I don't have much memory of it, because it was kind of scary. But I'm okay now. I'm recovering, and hopefully go back to work at the beginning of July, I hope. But it's just been a slow recovery. So I want to thank some of you knew what was going on, and you know what you guys do. You did some nice things for me, and I appreciate all of you. And I have personalized thank you cards coming to everyone. If you didn't know about it, do not feel bad, because I did keep it very close to the vest. I didn't want to announce what was going on, but I love you guys, and I want to thank Veronica for filling in for me. And we're going to see how the show goes today, because I'm going to just say this, I was having some trouble finding my words when I came out of the hospital. It had nothing to do with why I was sick. It was more because I was sedated for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
And so, yeah, I think it's coming back. I get tired very easily, though. So we'll see how.
I have a hard time finding words too, so I get that.
But it was really weird, Dave, because when I first woke up my sister gave me my phone, and I didn't know how to use it.
That's crazy.
I'm looking at it, and what had happened was she was trying to find phone numbers in my phone, and she felt that my phone type was too small, so she made it bigger.
Oh no!
And I couldn't find like the people. Like I know exactly where you are on my phone. Like I have a thing, and I couldn't find the people that I wanted to talk to or do whatever. I couldn't find the apps I needed because it was all blown up, and that was frustrating me. And then I figured out that was the problem. But
you were kind of out of it, because I know I called you as soon as I could get a hold of you. I finally got to talk to you. You were going on about your phone. Like, I don't know something's wrong with my phone. I don't know how to use it. I'm like, what? Are you okay? Are you? And I'm just going along with you because I figured you were
the queen of the phone.
Yeah, I'm like, this is not like her. No, she knows how to use that phone.
Yeah.
You were really frustrated. And so I felt bad. Yeah. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is not how I wanted you to go out knowing how to use your phone. I mean, you deserve it as much as you're on it, but no, not that way.
But so I have figured out how to use my phone. Yeah. But anyway.
That's good.
Wow. So I do want to thank everybody that reached out to me, and those of you who did something special. You know who you are. I love you, and I thank you. But if you didn't know, don't worry about it. I didn't make it very public, and of course, some of our friends have my location on their phone, so they could see where I was, but they didn't know how to reach out to me about it because they wanted to respect my privacy. But apparently,
yes, they did. They just texted me.
They reached out to you.
So I had to get approval from the husband and stuff because I didn't want to say anything. So it was a gnarly couple of days there. We were all really worried. So we're glad you're back.
Thank you, everyone, and thank you, Dave, and thank you, Veronica, for filling in for me. All right, David. So I'm going to be honest with you. I haven't really listened to the podcast since I've been out, because I listen when I go to work. I listen in my car. So I know you and Veronica covered some of the news, but I do want to talk about something here. Did you guys talk about the park hopping for the Starlight?
No, we didn't.
Disney Starlight?
No, we didn't do much news. You know me and news.
So the new nighttime parade starts July 20th of 2025. This next month, July 20th, less than a month away. So if you are an annual pass holder, the 2:00 rule is no longer you can't not make a park reservation and just show up at 2:00 and go to Magic Kingdom, even during the week. The rule used to be you couldn't do it on weekends. Mm-hmm. Now you cannot do it during the week, but you can make a reservation for any other park and hop.
Now, does this apply to only annual pass holders?
Yeah, this is for annual pass holder. Annual pass holders with park reservations to one of the other 3 parks will be able to hop, but you can't just show up at Magic Kingdom at 2:00
No, you got to check
without
in.
any park.
You got to check in at the original. Yeah, where you made reservations. You just once you check in there, then you can go.
Right. There's no just showing up at 2:00.
Right.
Because they're expecting the crowds for this parade to be crazy the first few months. And it's going to be at 9:00 and 11:00. And I think the fireworks will be at 10. So that's how they're going to, and it's going to run from Main Street to Frontierland, not the other way. I think the afternoon parade goes from Frontierland to Main Street. And this one's going to go from Main Street to Frontierland and go in, next to Tiana's Bayou Adventure. It goes into that gate there between Tiana and Pirates, kind of across from Pecos Bill. So yeah, that's going to be the parade route. I also heard that the friendship boat in Epcot, you could always do the Canada to Morocco.
Right.
I heard the Mexico to Germany is reopened as of today.
Took them long
so
enough.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if that's a temporary thing just because of the summer. I don't know.
Yeah.
But
hey, a nice little boat ride in the heat. Yeah, that's all good.
Yeah.
You have to walk.
And speaking of boat rides, another numbskull jumped off the boat at Living with the Land. Somebody dropped their phone and went to retrieve it, and
yeah,
at least they weren't picking a cucumber.
That's true. Or getting some water and putting it in a vial or something. I get it. I mean, I could see. I don't know about falling in unless he accidentally fell in, but if he actually dove in for it,
yeah.
I don't. Is that what happened? He actually dove in, but jumped in to grab it.
I didn't. The TikTok, the video, the person started it after the person was already in the water because you probably didn't expect. He didn't have his phone up expecting the person to jump in the water. The guy jumped in the water and then he picked up his phone.
Right.
So I'm not 100% sure. How it started, but they said his phone was in the water and that's why he.
Huh. I mean, I think it's just a reaction. A lot of it's kind of a reaction.
Yeah.
Kind of, you go to grab it, and then maybe you lean over, and if you were on the edge right there, you just, I don't know, maybe flipped in. I don't know. Or, maybe people are crazy about their phones. Maybe he just jumped in after it. I mean, Olivia, happy birthday, Olivia. She just had her birthday.
Happy birthday, Olivia.
She came to visit. We had a great time.
Good.
Yeah, when she was a kid, she got in trouble for something, and I took her phone away or something. I said, give me your phone. She goes, what are you doing? You can't take my phone away. I'm going to die. I'm like, what? You're not going to die? Yeah, so these phones are crazy. They, you get attached to them. Everybody's walking around with a little computer in their pocket. That's it.
That's it.
What else? Any other news?
Just looking to see if there's anything else. That's my Dominic. I'm just looking to see if I thought I had a misconnection, but I don't think it was really a misconnection. I think it was something silly.
Yeah, any Facebook?
Not really.
I do have a little bit of Facebook.
Okay.
So you want to give us an intro?
No, not really.
Come on, man. We're going to reverse roles here. This week's the good, the bad, and the ugly of Facebook. Bing. Okay, I know I get a lot of heat for this. Heat. It's going to make sense in a minute. Because it seems like anything with Facebook, it's either I just gravitate towards people taking their little kids, or people talking about heat, especially Disney. These moderators, I mean, how many times can people ask about the weather?
What's the weather going to be on June 22nd?
Okay, here it is. How is the weather in Orlando coming next week? Okay.
Hot.
Speaking of the little AI, little machine you have in your hand, I'm sure you have. They're amazing, Tony Ann. Do you know that you can open an app and you can look on that thing? It will tell you in advance, like 14 days ahead, what it's going to be like. Almost, it would be very, very close to temperature-wise, rain-wise, all that stuff. And they even have a thing, it's called radar, that if you just keep an eye on that radar, it will tell you how much time you got before the storm gets you. It'll even go past the time in the future to show you where it's going to go. They're amazing. Absolutely amazing. I just don't get it with these people. These moderators just need to stop posting these things. It's going to be hot, it's going to be wet, and it's going to be muggy.
That's right.
Yeah. The only good thing about the heat in Florida is that no one is waiting in your back seat to kill you.
Yeah, that's true. Nobody's hanging out in the car.
So there is that. But my kids too, I don't know what it is. My kids, they test me all the time. Like they'll ask me a question and I'm like, I don't know. I'm like, look it up. I'll Google it. And they just look at you. They look at me and I'm like, look it up. And I'm like, they're like, no. I'm like, you don't understand. You have that little thing in your hand. You can ask it anything and it will tell you. Here comes the old man. I mean, when I was a kid, if I needed to know something, I had to go in the other room where the encyclopedias were and try to find it and look at and look it up. And if I wanted to make a chicken coop, I had to go find the Popular Mechanics magazine to explain to me how to do it. Now you just go on Google and it's 100 videos out there. It tells you how to do it. I don't know.
There was that. I watched a reel the other day that somebody was asking it was a younger person asking how did we survive? How did we find things out? Like if you didn't know some actor's name in a movie, what did you do? And it was like, you just lived your life not being sure.
Yeah.
It wasn't like I have to know and I'm going to go on IMDb and look it up right now. Like if you couldn't think of the person's name, life went on. It wasn't like, it's not that important.
No, I know.
So, but yeah, we had the card catalog at the library.
Yeah, I know. My kids can't understand it. Like, I don't know how you did it. I just don't understand.
Dave, did you want to talk about our topic?
I did post on our Friends of the Disney Crush on Facebook about this, and people chimed in. In the parks, is anything free? No. You pretty much paid for anything that may come your way for free. Even water, even pixie dust, Tony Ann, it's all baked into your ticket price, really.
Okay, that's true. But I've been to I remember going to the zoo with the kids when they were little, and after having been to Animal Kingdom, and I remember feeling like they nickeled and dimed you for everything at the zoo. Like you paid the admission price, and then you had to pay to feed the giraffes, and you had to pay to go on the carousel, and you had to pay to. And I remember feeling really nickeled and dimed at other things, at things that aren't Disney.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. Been there, done that at the zoo. Yeah, it is. Totally agree with you on that one. But I mean, I think. Yeah, I think that Mary Ann, she kind of agrees with me. Mary Ann says, no, value-added amenities and experiences, sure, but you usually are paying for it as part of the ticket price or hotel fees. In fact, we used to think there was more. Probably the only really free thing is ice water. But I have to disagree, because if you're in the park, Mary Ann, that's all baked into that ticket price. That water, and it ain't cost them anything anyway, so it's just free water. But she is right. It's kind of baked in. But we'll talk about other things here in a minute. And this is what I'm talking about. Like Deirdre said, our friend Deirdre commented that luggage, storage, and transfer between properties, they'll store your luggage at any resort. Even if you're not staying at the particular resort, it's so handy for arrival day and departure day, and to be able to leave your luggage wherever it's convenient for your park plans. The best free amenity that ever had was Magical Express, and she still misses that. So is that really free, or is that kind of just baked into?
You argue that the luggage services are part of your hotel. Here's the thing, but you don't even have to be staying at the hotel. So you could be staying at the Drury, and on your departure day, you're going to Epcot, and you stop at the boardwalk. You could drop your bags there.
So is that a free amenity?
And
I mean, anywhere else you go in the country,
I know people who have done it, who have dropped their bags at the hotel they were not staying at because it was convenient for where they were going that day before they left for the airport. We have friends that do it all the time.
Yeah, well, Andy Hoffman agrees. He said, I agree with your favorite listener, Deirdre Watch. She is our favorite listener. The luggage transfer between
Your favorite listener.
She is my favorite listener. The luggage transfer between resorts is great. I also do enjoy the various forms of transportation between the resorts, parks, and Disney Springs. And you can't forget about Free Cycle. See, Free Cycle
is free.
Well, it is, because you can get to the resorts for free without going into a park. So that technically, I like using that word. Lately, I've been using technically a lot. If you listen to the podcast, you're going to hear me say technically a lot lately. Okay. It is technically free. So Free Cycle.
It is. Now, I have recommended to my friends who are, maybe they're going on a budget and they have their grandkids or they have little ones and they want to show them a good time, but they can't afford to get in the park. You can go to Disney Springs. You can take the boat to Port Orleans French Quarter. You can have beignets. You can take the bus to Caribbean Beach Resort. You can go on the Skyliner. You can take the bus to any of the monorail resorts and take the monorail. And that is all free. I mean, you can you can technically go have a nearly, other than eating, because if you stop at get beignets or ice cream or something, but you can enjoy the buses, boats, monorails without paying for admission or a hotel even. And my grandkids have done that. They have gone to Disney Springs for their birthdays and then taken the boat over and had beignets and that kind of stuff. So, yeah, I tell people I have a whole touring plan for the Christmas decorations that I put out there when in December. So
right. Well, Scott Daves, he's right with you. He says a park at Disney Springs, boat to Saratoga, get a free celebration button at the front desk, take a bus to Hollywood Studios, Skyliner to Riviera, bus to Magic Kingdom, and then ride the monorail around to Grand Flow. Bus back to Disney Springs, 0 spent, and you get a free button souvenir. I have to agree with him, just like I agree with you, what you just said. Yes, there's a lot you can do outside the park. You're not going to get in the park. You're not going to be able to ride the rides, but there's a lot you can do that you'll have a good time. And the only thing I'm going to add to that is I'm going to add a little bit to the whole Disney Springs thing. You're parking for free at Disney Springs. So once you're there, if you want to stay there.
Do you think that's going to change? Do you think because of people taking advantage and trying to do things?
I think that if for money,
ever charge for parking at Disney Springs?
I'm not going to say Hanover has told me yes or no, but it may be coming. It could possibly happen. But for now, you can park for free. You can go into Disney Springs. You don't have to go into a restaurant or a bar for entertainment because there's street performers throughout the whole Disney Springs.
The street performers are free.
And if you want to maybe cool off a little bit, you just go to Salt and Straw and pick around a little bit. Ask to get free samples for a little bit and go, no, you know what? Maybe I'll come back later. And then you walk around a little bit.
Bring the 12 kids to Salt and Straw.
Yes, absolutely. Everybody's got to try a little something. Then you just change your hat, maybe change your shirt, come back later, about an hour or two later. They'll never know it's you again. You just get a little bit more. It's all free.
Never. Can't you meet the polar bear at the Coke store too?
Yeah, when he's there. A lot of times these resorts do have character meets, but they just pop up kind of like whenever.
Well, now they're actually posting them. They're like posting them in the lobby. Used to be you didn't know at all when they were going to be. Now they're actually posting them in the lobby like the morning of.
Well, there you go.
At 4 o'clock, Goofy will be here.
There you go. And you want to wait around, depends, yeah.
So,
and Chris Futrell.
Unlike Brenda Futrell.
Oh, they're different.
Who spells it the same exact way.
I've been saying his name wrong this whole time.
Brenda Futrell and Chris Futrell. Think of the word fruit.
Chris Futrell. Resort scavenger. Chris Futrell. Resort scavenger hunts can be a free way to spend an off day or rain delay. You don't even have to be staying at the resort. Another good thing about the resorts there's a plethora of things to do at these resorts, such as like fireworks, electrical water pageants, if you go to Grand Floridian, Poly, Contemporary, Wilderness Lodge. Am I missing anything, Tony? Where you can see the electrical water pageant and see fireworks.
Yeah, you can. There's a limited view from Fort Wilderness and Wilderness Lodge of the fireworks, but the electric water pageant you definitely can see.
Yeah, and Poly Beach is a great if you want to watch fireworks there, and they pipe in the music too. at most of those places,
and
right?
It's a good place to sleep too.
And a lot of these resorts that you now you've gotten there for free. You're not spending any money yet. They have tours like Animal Kingdom Lodge. Yeah, and they have animal viewing. You can view animals on the savannah. There's a walkway that goes out to it. You can watch animals. There's so much you can do.
Yeah, they have activities at Animal Kingdom Lodge where you collect beads. So, yeah.
There's also the Christmas stroll at Disney Springs.
Oh, the Christmas tree stroll. That's
yeah. Well, we're not talking about how bad it is, but it's free. I mean,
Laura Nothnagel, she says, once you get in, you just pay with your magic band. Money isn't real, it's magic.
Can I just say something about Laura? Since
Yeah.
we're talking about Laura now. She posted, I think it was on her personal Facebook page. She's there's no reason to be outside in this unless it is to wait in full sun for a roller coaster. See you all in the fall. Remember to drink lots of water and stay indoors between 11 a.m. and November 1st.
Yep.
I got a good laugh out of that one. That was great, Laura.
So Jackie Cole, she had posted a TikTok where you could drink around the world for free at Epcot.
Really? How's that work?
The guy in the TikTok, he drank water in every country. He went around,
but he still had to pay.
Like, I'm drinking around the world, and he got water in every country.
Well, technically, he was drinking around the world.
Yep.
But he had to pay to get in the park, so it was not technically free.
I've seen another TikTok where somebody showed how they could eat for free around the world, and like they went into Mexico and they got the salsa from the salsa bar, and then they went to Norway and got a packet of ketchup or something. And went to Germany and got mustard from the pretzel cart. And he just ate. You saw him eating the ketchup packet. It was pretty gross.
Well, now that you could have done that during the day, back in the day.
But he got something at every country, some kind of condiment or salt packet or barbecue sauce from America.
Not really free because again, it's all baked in there, that ticket. So you're paying for that.
Okay. So those. So I'm going to just say something about those birthday buttons. The birthday buttons are free. You can get those anywhere. You can get them in Disney Springs. You can get them at the hotels. You can get them at the parks. The celebration buttons. I know that if you go over to the Christmas shop in Magic Kingdom, they will personalize them with like a little bit more fancy, like calligraphy. But it's a nominal fee. I think it used to be like $5. I don't know if it's still $5. But you can have it written really beautifully, like "Happy Birthday, Dave" or celebrating our engagement or whatever it is. But they do it with like calligraphy and really nice pens on the buttons, and so yeah.
So the button's
I don't
free,
know if they
but
put a sealant on it to keep it nice.
So the button is free, but if you want it fancied up, you got to pay for it.
Yeah, but it's not a lot. Yeah.
Also, over at Fort Wilderness, did we talk about Fort Wilderness yet? You can go to the stables over there and get a tour of the stables for free, and go see the horses.
Is there still a blacksmith over there? I don't know.
I'm thinking there is. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, there's not a lot that's free. I mean, pixie dust isn't free because once you're in the park. I mean, you might get pixie dust.
Rich and I are supposed to stay in the cabins in October.
Oh, cool.
So maybe I'll get over there.
Over at the boardwalk, Tony-Ann, do you know there's free movies over there if you go to the boardwalk? Under the Stars? Movies under the stars? Yeah,
I've seen they have the blow up. But they have that a lot at a lot of the resorts. They have the big blow up screen. They do it on the grass, on the fake grass over there at the boardwalk. So it's a little easier to access if you're just walking along the boardwalk. You can sit down and watch the movie on the grass.
So that's free if you're not staying in the resort. You're just kind of hopping around resorts. And a lot of times they give you free popcorn too. So you just stroll up there and get your little popcorn. Some
of the movies under the stars, they have the s'mores. They have like the fire, or they have storytellers. The s'mores kits are not free. They at Fort Wilderness, they could give you like a marshmallow for free. But the s'mores kits you had to pay for. I don't know if that's still the case. They used to give you a marshmallow on a stick. But
Well.
I think now you have to pay for it for everything.
Well, that sounds like
It was
Disney.
kind of weird that
Yeah.
they'd give a kid a marshmallow. Here's a marshmallow, kid.
That's all you get. You don't get the other good stuff, the stuff you really want.
You have to go to the concession and buy the.
Oh,
I remember Veronica was like really excited about the marshmallows at Fort Wilderness. They were like good, soft marshmallows.
yeah.
These are the good marshmallows.
She's an expert on marshmallows. Yeah. When I was a kid, we used to take them and squish them between our fingers and make taffy. Did you ever do that?
Oh, yeah. I know what you're talking about.
Well, we called it taffy. It was just
Right. It's just
marshmallows crunched,
My
yeah,
sister's
smashed up.
That's okay. I'll call it back.
But it was something to do. All right. Well, anything else free you can think of? I mean, I'm sure we're missing something. There's got to be something else out there that's free.
There was something I wanted to talk about. See, before COVID, they used to have Cinderella come down at the Grand Floridian, but now I don't think they do anymore because she's not with Prince Charming anymore. Back when 1900 Park Fair had Cinderella and Prince Charming,
Mm-hmm.
they used to have them come down the staircase right before Park Fair opened for dinner every night, and then they'd dance, and then they'd invite the little girls to dance with them. But I don't think they do that anymore because the Prince isn't there anymore. It's just her. So I don't think that's the case. There is the PhotoPass photographer up in the Grand Floridian if you're visiting the Grand Floridian, and also in Disney Springs. There's a PhotoPass setup, a PhotoPass studio, and you can ask them to take pictures with your phone if you don't have Memory Maker. You can,
And that one in Disney Springs is really cool. They do seasonal pictures there, which is really cool.
You said in the park doesn't count.
No, it doesn't count. I know what you're going to say. You're going to say Club Cool.
Coca-Cola.
Yeah, no, it's
Club
not.
Cool,
Sorry.
yeah.
Nope. That's a chinging you too. They're chinging you there.
There used to be a free necklace at one of the stores in Disney Springs, but I don't think it's free anymore because I think people went a little crazy with it.
Mm-hmm.
Although it was supposed to be meant for little girls to come in and get this at the Happily Ever After jewelry store.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like a little necklace with a little thing on it. But I think grown-ups went crazy.
Oh, yeah, of course. They always do.
And took advantage, and they had to stop doing it.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah, they started elbowing all the little kids on the way in. Yeah, all the little girls. Get out of my way.
Oh,
I
gosh.
swear.
Yeah.
These people.
I don't know, Dave.
Okay, well, I don't know. I mean, we're probably missing something. So if you...
Ghirardelli used to give out free samples, but I don't think they do anymore.
Oh.
They used to give out free chocolates.
Really?
Yeah, Veronica used to get them too.
Interesting. Yeah, all that free stuff goes away. See, nothing. It's true.
Mm-hmm.
What they say. Nothing in life is free.
Take advantage.
Nothing in life. Nothing in life is free.
So Salt and Straw is the only place you're getting free food, huh?
Well, yeah.
Somebody is screaming at us, telling us that there's someplace.
Oh, there's for sure. But I want you guys to go on the Friends of Disney Crush and add it to the post and tell us.
Tell us what we missed.
Yeah.
Right.
Because I'm sure there's something.
You could blame my missing it on my cognitive issues I'm having right now.
Right. And just
Dave. Yeah. Dave's gonna be a Medicare recipient soon. So you know.
Wow. I tell you, this was my last podcast, by the way.
Deirdre would miss you.
Oh.
So we do have some guests that have reached out to us that have wanted to be on the show, and then I had my medical difficulties. So if you're listening, we did not forget about you. We are going to get to you. We just had to get ourselves together. So, and this episode was an experiment to see if I could still do it.
Yeah, she's still hanging on. So we're gonna probably have to get out of here soon before she falls over.
We had some microphone problems because all of my equipment was trashed. I don't even know what happened in here. I haven't been in this room.
You were rusty. That's all. It happens. Before we leave, I want to shout out to. We've had quite a few people join our Facebook group, and I'm going to go back a little bit, but if I missed you, because I'm not going to go back too far, but a big shout out to Levi, Jillian, Trevor, Gary, Meredith, Carolyn, Bill, Brandy. Thanks for joining the Friends of the Disney Crush. Glad you're here. Hang around. We have a good time in there. So thank you. And
I do want to thank Kathleen. We got an email. We're kind of confused because you were already a Patreon member, but it says you were a Patreon member again. So I don't know, but thank you.
Yeah. Is that what that Tesla is out front? Is that what?
Did she get you a Tesla?
I think maybe she sent a Tesla over. I'm not too sure. It's been sitting out there all day with a bow on it. And I'm like, what is up with that Tesla out there? What's going on?
And again, I really do want to thank Veronica, and I do want to thank all our listeners that reached out to me and helped me out during this time. And yeah, we're like I said, hopefully I'll be back at work after the 1st of July. After the July 4th holiday, probably that next week. Hopefully I'll be back at work. We'll see what the doctor says Thursday.
Okay, we'll see. All right, Tony Ann.
I'm a glutton for punishment because one of my partners left. So when I go back to work, it's going to be crazy.
Oh, geez. Of course. Yeah. Just what you need to go back to.
Yep.
Oh, my gosh. Mm-hmm. Well, take as much time as you need.
She took a different job. No, it's okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so we have a couple guests lined up for future shows, and I'm really looking forward to talking to them.
All right, Tony Ann. Well, anything else?
I don't think so.
Okay. Go get some rest.
Okay, will do.
All right.
All right.
We'll talk to you guys next week.
Bye.
And that's it. All right.
The key of truth has spoken.
Put a check on that. Can you do that, Dave? Can you put a check on that one?